I'm not going to put it on because it is really heavy and I probably can't see out of it. And it probably won't fit over this thing. It is really cool. It
Yeah.
is a Darth Revan helmet, so I love
Yeah,
the thinking there.
the mask I'm wearing is a little bit small, but it's really good. We see Rax's cat there jumping in to say hi. So
Mm-hmm.
thanks everyone for joining us on Halloween. We know there's a lot of I guess normally there'd be a lot of parties this year, but maybe not quite so many with I guess normally there'd be a lot of parties this year, but maybe not quite so many with COVID going on and such. But hey, at least thanks for coming and hanging out with us on this Halloween. So
Indeed. And it looks like we're going to be resolving mulligans right now.
yeah. So this is going to be an interesting one. So we have two Death and Taxes lists. However, one of them is mono white and one of them is mono black, which is super, super interesting.
I'm honestly really excited for Rax's list.
Yes,
Rax's
me
is
too.
super cool list, mono black. If we can put it up on the screen, we can also see that Rax has won the spookiest deck of the Halloween tournament.
Yeah.
Oh, gotta love it. The Swamp's excellent choice there. On the non-snuffer, we're playing a Snuff Out. We're playing a Future Sight card that is actually really spooky looking. We're playing the card that acts like Tide Hollow Color but is mono black, which I can never remember the name of.
Yeah, no, it's a super interesting deck list. And we did have a thing going where we kind of wanted to have some spookier deck lists showing up on the Halloween tournament. So we kind of had a thing going on the side, and it's just really cool in a sense that one of the decks, or the deck that was the spookiest, also made it to the finals. So we'll get to see it on camera as well, which is super sweet.
And I believe there's a Cathedral of Ghouls, two of them in the deck list. From
I'm not sure about
Exodus?
Cathedral of Ghouls. The Exodus card is Oath of Ghouls.
Oath of Ghouls.
Yeah.
And hopefully you guys should be able to see it, but it should be on the left and right side of our screens. You should have Astrid's list on the left, and on the right should be Rax's list. If not, we can always fix that. And it looks like we're going to go straight into it. Rax is keeping 6. We got Astrid keeping 7.
Yep, and Astrid's been on an absolute tear this tournament. Astrid is currently 4-0, and Rax is currently 3-0-1.
Oh, Astrid has been doing crazy good.
Yep. Yeah, the new Death and Taxes builds running Luminarch Aspirant and Skyclave Apparition have just been tearing it up.
Oh, yeah. I'm super excited to see how this one turns out. Looks like Astrid went to go fetching for a Jite, the classic start to a Death and Taxes.
Yeah, and it looks like we're just going to fire back a Wasteland right there from Rax.
Mm-hmm.
So
got rid of, I believe, the Rishadan port. And I believe Astrid has.
Port for Astrid.
I believe Astrid has recently been talking about this, but they, she has been trying to finish up old bordering her deck list. It is really nice.
Yes, yeah. Old border taxes lists look fantastic, and mad props to anyone who tries to get in there. I'm just trying to see through the glare there. What is that card that?
That is the Future Sight card, which I cannot remember the name of off the top of my head right now. It's Yixlid.
Oh, Yixlid Jailer.
Yixlid Jailer?
Yes. Yeah,
a zombie wizard.
Cool. Yeah, cards in graveyards lose abilities. Very, very underrated effect.
That's actually really neat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good too because it just is in the main deck. It's also exciting too because it just completely hoses Dredge because all the cards in the graveyard no longer have the ability Dredge, so they can't dredge anything.
Looks like
Same
we're going to see a
thing. It turns off
Wasteland
Punishing Fire, turns off Life from the Loam, turns off Gravecrawler, like everything. It's just crazy.
Fired off against the port. Now we only have a Caracas and basically Swamps versus Plains. We're going to see an SCP on the Ixalit, gaining 2 life back up to 20. Wow, looking straight like parody.
Yeah, for sure. No, yeah, it'll be interesting here for sure. But I think that's the other thing, though, too, is that the disruption that Black offers is really good. Because you get you don't have access to Thalia, per se, but you still get the Wasteland Rishadan Port mana base on top of having access to cards like Hymn to Turok or Thoughtseize, or in some cases, Mesmeric Fiend is another card that's in Rax's list, which is also hilarious. because Mesmeric Fiend can look at Astrid's hand, exile a card, and then Wasteland Strangler can put one of those cards into Astrid's graveyard and kill one of Astrid's creatures.
Yeah, honestly, this list is super sweet in how it works. We see a Skyclave getting rid of an Aether Vial, and then we're seeing the new card from Zendikar Rising, the 2/1 Pumper on combat
Luminarch
sets.
Aspirant.
Luminarch
Combat
Aspirant.
on your turn, put a 1/1 counter on another creature roll. Very good.
It's a super solid card. We'll see a trade happening.
Even then, a 3/3 3/3 Skyclave Apparition is nothing to sneeze at either.
Oh yeah, super solid, and it's really cool to see a full mono black kind of deck versus just regular taxes.
Yeah, we're gonna get a Flagstones or Tricarian into a second Skyclave Apparition. Yeah.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah. So Rax kind of needs to deal with both of these Skyclaves here pretty fast.
Oh yeah. It looks like we're going to see a Kitetail Freebooter. Going to take a look at the hand. We're looking at a Thalia, a Jite, and a Batterskull, I believe. And we're taking the Jite.
I kind of agree with taking the Jite. Yeah, I agree with taking the Jite there. Excuse me. You need another land drop for the Batterskull to be a thing. And even then, the Jite will just become a huge problem for being able to just play it and equip it onto the aspirants. Or, sorry, aspirants, apparitions. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Of course, we're going to see the Thalia the Garden 3-ban because we just need more attackers and blockers at some point.
Yeah.
We're going to see the Crocus Bounce, of course, because no one wants to pay those extra taxes.
Indeed. And then we're going to get a tap in response to the attack here. Source of
Plowshare, yep. I'm going to gain some life here.
Man, Astrid just having all of the removal today.
Oh, yeah. Get our Jite back. Probably going to cast equip Jite, and we're going to game 2.
Yeah. Wow, that was a real fast one. Rax scooping it up there.
I mean, there isn't really much you can do about it on that kind of set. You know, if your opponent has the answers, your opponent has the answers.
Oh, I agree for sure. Going to the sideboard on Rax's side, we have 4 copies of Leyline of the Void, 3 Hymn to Turok, 2 Plague Engineers, 2 Toxic Deluge, 2 Liliana's Defeat, and 2 Liliana's Triumph.
I'm honestly liking the Toxic Deluge, like a 1-up Toxic Deluge, because they're already playing 2 Plague Engineers in the main board. I think you bring in a Toxic Deluge here, maybe a Liliana's Triumph if you're really feeling it.
Yeah.
Although, interestingly enough, you could bring the Hymns. You could bring the Hymns.
I do like the Hymns as well, because getting a Hymn early on, like, you're not worried about a Veil of Summer in this matchup at all. So, and especially with being on the play, you'll be able to get a Hymn off before Thalia comes down.
Oh, yeah.
So that could be really good.
I think we're seeing 4 or 5 cards being taken out from Rax's side.
Interesting. I could also see the Plague Engineers being good, though, because if for no other reason than just stretching the removal, they are a beater as well. Plus, Plague Engineer, the effect of it is very powerful against Death and Taxes historically.
Oh, yeah. Very, very solid cards here. I can't see Leyline being good. Liliana's Defeat, it's not that
Liliana's Defeat does nothing in this matchup except for kill a Germ token, that's it.
Oh, yeah. It's not that great here. On Astrid's side, what do we have out of her sideboard?
So, on Astrid's side, we have 2 copies of Cataclysm, 2 Path to Exile, 2 Sanctum Prelate, 2 Rest in Peace, 1 Walking Ballista, 1 Deafening Silence, 1 Containment Priest, 1 Ethersworn Canonist, 1 Surgical Extraction, 1 Sword of Feast and Famine, and 1 Grafdigger's Cave.
Sword of Feast and Famine could be good here.
I think Sword of Feast and Famine is fantastic here. Especially with the pro black, plus the +2/+2 is really big, and getting to untap all your lands would be massive against a deck that's trying to, tax you or go 1 for 1. So basically getting a second main phase every turn could be extremely powerful.
Yeah, we'll see what Astrid wants to do here, but I think definitely the option I would go for if I make any cuts is I'm going to go straight to get that Feast and Famine.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. That might honestly be one of the only things that I might bring in. Well, there was an Aether Vial, so maybe you'd see Containment Priest, but at the same time, you're an Aether Vial deck yourself, so might not turn out that way. But yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see here, though. So.
Oh, it's gonna be super solid. I believe at this point we're going to see Rax on the play.
Yep. Also, just again, mad props to Rax as well for basically taking a brew through the Spooky Weekend Challenge and making it all the way to the finals as well. So.
Seems like we're going to be picking up our decks.
Yeah.
Oh, we're using the old school strategy of how we're going to cut decks. That's fun.
Yeah, that's how you cut decks when your opponent's not there to do it.
The 3-1-2 top.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. I also like to note that Rax's sleeves are on point. I believe those are Gengar sleeves, is what I saw
Yes,
earlier.
those are Gengar sleeves, yeah.
Oh, happy Halloween, Team Plasma Gus. Yeah, we're here having a good time, playing some Legacy Magic on Halloween weekend.
Yep.
Tonight is also supposed to be a full moon, and those of us who live on the East Coast and the rest of North America will be celebrating a nice daylight savings time removal. I believe we go forward an hour, so we gain more hours of sleep.
We go
Oh, it's
back
back.
an hour. We
That's what
gain
it is.
an hour of sleep.
We gain that hour of sleep. It's worth it. It gets darker earlier too,
Yes.
which is pretty hype.
Yeah. I know
Well, it looks
in my
like
case, my job gets a lot easier when it's cold outside, so the less daylight, the better.
that's true. Looks like Rax keeping 7, Astrid's keeping 6 after a mull, and we're
Yep.
going off. We're seeing a
Basic win
snow-covered
from
swamp.
both.
Yep, we're seeing a wasteland here, and we're gonna see a Bob. Oh, I love Bob. One of my favorites.
Bob is so good. Plus, also having access to Bob in a deck like Taxes is really good for card advantage as well. So it looks like we're going to get a Luminarch Aspirant pre-combat, which is going to give the token or the counter for combat, even though it can't attack that turn. So
Bob trigger onto the Aetherval too. I love it. Fun fact about daylight savings time: it was instituted in the early 1800s by Benjamin Franklin. So if you want to blame someone, you can blame Benjamin Franklin. We're gonna see a snuff out.
I actually really like the snuff out here. Just due to the fact that Luminarch Aspirant's going to get out of control really fast. Ooh. So I actually really do like that there.
Honestly, I think it's a great idea. I'm a big fan of snuff out ever since we seen the gameplay with the Demir Shadow Necklace. I love them. Yeah. We're seeing a walking ballista?
X is 1 and then
X is 1 and then just killing it. We're gonna machine gun 1 Bob down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
honestly,
I don't blame Astrid for making that call for sure, but I think it's definitely knowing the ballista was coming down, snuffing out that new Luminarch Aspirant was humongous. Because the ballista would have come down, Luminarch Aspirant would have given it a second counter, and then it would have ticked up, killing the Bob, and then crunch in for 3 with the Aspirant.
Oh, unfortunate.
Brutal.
We see yet another one.
Yeah.
We're gonna be porting something, I believe, here. Oh, no, we're just double tapping something.
Oh no, we are porting.
Yeah, we are porting a swamp.
Oof.
Man,
Astrid's just on a tear today.
Oh yeah. I think we're seeing an Aetherval on 2 and 1 on a Rax side.
Castle Lockthwain. That card's been seeing a lot of legacy play lately. It's very good. So I'm excited to see that card getting in. Actually, a lot of the castles are really good, but I like Lockthwain in particular because, I don't know, just the effect it has is really good, and it's also nice to be able to see it actually being useful in Eternal Magic.
Yeah, drawing cards is nice.
Yeah. Even if you do lose some life, but it's well worth it in a lot of cases.
This Aspirant is just getting out of control. And then we're seeing a Mom. Yeah. Oh, we really need to get rid of this.
Yeah.
2-drop. What are we going to see? A Bob? I imagine it's Bob. Ooh, there we see. Honestly, I think Bob's probably one of the most fair cards when it comes to the invitational cards that were created.
Yeah,
the most fair usable cards, I should say.
Yeah, I agree. From the Pro Tour Invitational back in the days when you had, John Finkel, Bob Marr making all those cards and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I remember someone was explaining one time that when they made Shadow
Mage Infiltrator?
Shadow Mage Infiltrator, yes, thank you. That the fact that John Finkel submitted it to Wizards of the Coast and they okayed it on the first iteration of the card, they're like, oh, I guess I didn't do good enough.
Yeah, I know the Snapcaster story is really interesting. because originally it was supposed to be like a land and it was supposed to be a counterspell land.
Oh,
And then they
okay.
changed it a bunch. Yeah, it was supposed to be like pay a blue and like 2 colorless and discard this card from your hand and counter a spell or something. It was really weird.
Interesting.
I
See,
think we're gonna see a fatal push here. No, we see a plague engineer naming humans, I would imagine.
ooh, that's good.
Yeah, that has to be
Losing
either.
aspirant too. Interesting.
Yeah, that has to be humans, if I remember correctly, because Luminarch Aspen is also a human.
Yes, I'm just curious as to how it died when it had a counter on it.
Good question. Hopefully our table spotter can answer it. And it seems we have lost our stream from Rax. We will be getting it back from them momentarily.
Yeah. Okay. One of the problems of playing over webcam, I guess there's some technical difficulties. So hang on with us while we get this sorted out. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah. And indeed, for those who are new to us or don't remember, we do have a new token. We just released it. We're actually in the process of getting it made. It is a Dark Ritual token made by our lovely in-house artist, Alba. If you type in !art in the Discord chat and the stream chat, you should be able to see a link from the Instagram page for her.
Yes, and also !Discord will also give you a link to the Discord if you'd like to join it at any time in order to come join us and play some Legacy. It's what we do all the time, and it's a real good time and a lot of fun to be here.
And if you have the time this month, you can type in !League in the Twitch chat, and there should be an entry form for November's league. Every month we do a monthly league. At the end of the league, there's the playoffs, which is this last week of the month, which takes over our normal Tuesday night slot. Every Tuesday we usually do Legacy Fight Night, which is a 3-round stream event, but when it comes to the final week of the month, we take over that slot and instead stream the semifinals and the finals of our league playoffs.
Yeah.
So if you want to join in on that action and also win one of these lovely tokens, either Dark Ritual or our old Brainstorm art, while supplies last, hit up the league. Type in !League or join our Discord and check out the league chat for more information.
Yep, it'll be really fun as well. And also of note, we have broken attendance records for the league every month since we started trying it. Last month, I believe, was 56 players, which is fantastic. So there's a lot of people to come and play with. Registration for the league, I believe, closes this Monday evening. So make sure you join up before that.
And the big thing is we have a lot of people who come from all over the world. We always get questions on, oh, is there enough players on my side? I'm from Europe. I'm like, we got players from Singapore. We got players from New Zealand. We've got players from Croatia. We got players from Germany. There are definitely enough players to go around in all different time zones. Our previous winner, Chaman, was on Dinopox. He's from Chile. So from every place around the globe, let us be your local meta. We should basically welcome home. Welcome to the meta.
Yeah, no, it's a real good time, and yeah, we can also try our best to group you up with similar time zones if you're worried about making sure you get all your matches played. But yeah, I would definitely advise giving it a try. It's a lot, so definitely come hang out. Looks like we finally got Rax's feedback, and we're passing the turn back with Astrid on an empty board, but an Aether.
Perfect. I believe the Bob is swinging, or has swung, and I think the Plague Engineer is still untapped.
Yeah. So that Plague Engineer is definitely going to cause a lot of damage for Astrid here, I think. So here we get a Recruiter of the Guard.
Isn't Recruiter a human?
Recruiter is a human 1/1, so it should die immediately, yeah. So Astrid's just moving it right into the graveyard, but you will still get the enters the battlefield.
This is one of those situations where you gotta love to be in. Oh, we're gonna see the core ally.
Yeah, so this one is not a human.
Yes, this is
Core
Is it Core Artificer, right?
Yeah. Stoneforge Mystic is a fantastic magic card.
Yeah, interestingly enough, we got the Nahiri art of Stoneforge Mystic. Although, in theory, according to lore, the Stoneforge Mystic could really be any other Stoneforge Mystic that just happens to be Nahiri.
Yeah. So we're going to play, and we are going to see that Sword of Fire and Ice. Ooh. Or Sword of Feast and Famine, sorry.
Feast and Famine. The black-green sword, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Remind me of its effects. It's the untap one, right?
Yeah, it's opponent discards a card, and you untap all lands you can.
Yeah,
which is
solid.
Absurdly powerful.
See a 1-drop. What are we seeing here? 3
Ooh,
drop.
we're gonna see him
Skyclave,
activate the Aether Vial for a Skyclave apparition.
and we're taking Bob.
Interesting.
That's
I
a
suppose so. With the Stoneforge and the apparition, you don't have to worry so much about human. Looks like we're gonna fire a
We have
Wasteland off
wastelanded something.
there. Yeah. Looks like
Wastelanded a port.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drawing a card there. Rax is still in the back foot here.
Oh yeah. It's winnable though.
It is definitely
difficult.
winnable. There's a lot of cards in Rax's deck that could be exceptionally good here. So
Like playing another
another
Plague
Plague
Engineer.
Engineer would be good here for sure.
Encore or Spirit.
The only problem is that in either scenario, they wouldn't die.
That's true.
However,
You can't block it with the Plague Engineer. There were 3/2s.
yeah, that is true. If you name either one, yeah, you can't block with the play. Well, I guess with the sword, it doesn't really matter anyway, because the sword will give him power. But
We are lucky that Astro just tapped out then.
yes, for right now anyway. Yeah, this is kind of your last shot to get it down.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it is 5 mana to play and equip the sword, or 4 mana to activate the Stoneforge Mystic, then equip the sword.
Yeah, we are very lucky to see that Astro is out of mana here.
Yeah.
Seems like
Looks like
Rax is in the
Rax-
tank.
In the tank, indeed.
Seems to be a decision between should I swing or should I not swing?
Yeah, I could see that for sure. There is a risk here. Potentially where you would attack, and then if they block with the Skyclave apparition, it would kill the. Is that a third Aether Vial from
That is the
Rax?
third
Wow.
Aether Vial, which means this is not going well.
No, we're just gonna pass the turn there.
I do have to wonder what is stuck in Rax's hand. We are looking
Yeah.
at a live Sword of Feast and Famine.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna pay 2 and equip it right there. So now this spirit is brutally dangerous. So 4/4 pro black. When it hits, Rax has to discard a card, and Astro gets to untap all lands she controls, which is crazy.
Big yikes. I think we discarded a Wasteland Strangler too.
Oof.
Oof.
That's real rough.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not where you want to be in this situation.
No, for sure.
Rax must really not have any cards. Or any good cards.
Yeah. Then it looks like we're gonna port the Castle Lochthwain on upkeep. That's actually really disgusting. Untapping all your lands on the
Oh yeah.
on the and then in a Rashad port deck, because you can untap everything after playing stuff first main phase and then just port.
It's super unfortunate. I don't know how you get out of this situation in a mono black deck.
I'm
You
not
can't
sure
actually
either.
take care of
You
it.
kind of need a Toxic Deluge.
I mean, that or you better have multiple
Mesmeric
Plague
Fiend.
Engineers.
So unfortunately, Mesmeric Fiend can't exile that card because hilariously, Wasteland Strangler has Devoid, so it doesn't count as a black card, so it can still hit the Wasteland Strangler or the Skyclave apparition even with the pro black.
That is true. That is true.
However, Astrid needs the card in exile in order for it to work.
I believe Mesmeric Fiend has exiled the planes.
Does Mesmeric Fiend allowed to exile the planes?
Good
I didn't
question.
think that you could. I thought it was non-land card,
What-
but I could be wrong.
What is the actual text? Nan-land. Nope. Can't do anything.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, Mesmeric Fiend is one of the old templated brain maggots that aren't an enchantment. Which, on that note, brain maggot would have been a fantastic card to play today because the art on that card is gross.
I think we're seeing another recruiter.
Yeah.
Probably gonna get a Skyclave, I'm at. Oh, we're getting a Flicker Wisp. Ooh.
Ooh, so we're just going straight for the damage then. Which I totally don't blame Astrid in this scenario. It's just a matter of locking from here. So
I
crunching in
do
for
have
4.
to wonder what is on that 3 and the 1-drop Aether Vial. I do
Yeah.
have to wonder.
So we're crunching in for 4. Rax is going to discard a card.
What is in Rax's hand? Are we deluging? Is that what we're doing? Or are we
No,
just
it looks like
discarding
they
deluge?
discarded a deluge. That's
Interesting.
brutal. That's so brutal. I guess we're tapping down the Castle Lockthwain. Rax wasn't able to cast a Deluge last turn.
We're putting another Plague Engineer into play.
Okay.
I do have to
So
wonder
I
what we're naming
imagine
this time.
here you'd probably name Elemental given the Flicker Wisp coming down, but I could be wrong.
Potentially.
And it looks like
What did we name? Oh, we did name Elemental. We did name Elemental. Smart play.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is such a rough position to be in.
Oh, for sure.
And it looks like we're scooping it up.
It looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, Rax is scooped.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
So it looks like Astrid's going to take this one down. Congratulations,
2-0.
Astrid. Yeah.
And I believe they are. Astrid is undefeated.
Yeah, Astrid is undefeated today.
5-0.
Which is fantastic. And of note, one of the first times one of our mods has actually taken one of the challenges down.
Yep. As said, congratulations to Astrid for winning. But we will have something for Rax. We do have the spookiest deck award to give to Rax. In this case, the prize is going to be candy of your choice, a bag candy of your choice.
Yeah. Very minor prize, but still a prize nonetheless. Thank you for participating today.
Mm-hmm. And once again, this does not count to our next invitational. Our next invitational is in February. For those of us who are new here, we do an invitational every quarter. We had our invitational last weekend. Great time. 78 viewers. Great time. Great crew. A lot of fun. We gave a full set of our tokens to the winner. Tons of fun. And to qualify for those, we do have exclamation point leaderboard, I believe, or invitational might be the exclamation point, in the Twitch chat, which you can see the current leaderboard or the explanations of how you earn points to the leaderboard. Yeah, so, of course, as it says, it's Legacy Fight Nights, monthlies, and our weekly challenge. So if you want to attend the next one and potentially win a full set of these Brainstorm or Dark Ritual Arts, make sure that you play in these events and qualify for it.
Yeah, and it is definitely a really good time. All the players who played in the Invitational said they absolutely loved it. So yeah, it's definitely good. Plus, it's just a good way to play some Magic for the next couple months anyway, and kind of work towards end goal of Invitational tournament. It's a fantastic time. So would highly recommend everyone give it a shot.
Perfect. Well, once again, my name is Mr. Jackdax, and that's Prez. Happy Halloween, folks. Enjoy your time. Go watch a scary movie. Yeah. Or if you have kids, maybe take them trick-or-treating safely, distancing.
Safely.
But other than that, have a good one, y'all.
Have a good one. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.